Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're cracking open a brand new guide that I think is absolutely essential for anyone in a leadership role right now. It's called Middle Manager's Transition to AI. We're going to break down what you need to know to navigate this massive shift that's happening everywhere. So let's start with the big question, the one that's probably on your mind. Is AI a threat to your job, or is it the greatest tool you'll ever have? I mean, you hear all this noise, right? AI is replacing jobs. But then you also see these incredible opportunities for people who actually learn how to use it. So what's the real story? Well, that's where this book comes in. It really cuts through the noise and provides an answer. It lays out a super clear roadmap for not just, surviving, but actually thriving in the age of AI. It is packed with real strategies, and today we're going to pull out the absolute essentials for you. Okay, so before we can even talk about solutions, we have to get real about the problems. What are the biggest roadblocks that managers are actually hitting when they try to step into this new AI world? The book points to these big 5 hurdles. You've got skill gaps, right? So many managers are experts in what they've always done, but AI brings this whole new language. That gap naturally creates resistance, not just from your team, but let's be honest, sometimes from ourselves. There's this great story in the book about a logistics company. They rolled out this brilliant AI routing tool, but the drivers just kept overriding it, using their old routes. You know why? The managers didn't understand the data well enough to really champion the system, so nobody trusted it. And that's all before you even get into the messy stuff like data, disrupting workflows, and your entire role fundamentally changing. And let's just double-click on that idea of resistance for a second. This isn't just about people being stubborn. The book makes a fantastic point that AI challenges routines that have been locked in for years, sometimes decades. So imagine telling a team that a process they've absolutely perfected is now going to be handled by an algorithm. That creates real fear, and it requires a massive cultural shift. And guess who has to lead that shift? You. So, if those are the challenges, what's the answer? How do you actually overcome that resistance and close those knowledge gaps? Well, it all starts with evolving your own skills. See, the role of a manager isn't going away, it's just getting a major upgrade. Let's take a look at what that upgrade looks like. This chart from the book just nails it. It shows the whole evolution. You're moving away from being a supervisor who just manages routine tasks, and you're becoming a real strategist. Or you once might have relied on your gut, your intuition, you now have the power of data-driven insights. You're not just overseeing execution anymore. You are the critical bridge between the big picture strategy and the tech that actually makes it happen. So the book breaks it down into 4 essential skills you've got to develop. First, data literacy. You have to speak the language of data. Second, master change management. You're the guide for your team. Third, cultivate strategic thinking. How can AI give you an edge? And finally, enhance communication, because you've got to be the translator between the tech folks and everyone else. Think of this as your personal development roadmap. Hey, just gonna jump in here for a sec. If this breakdown is helping you connect the dots, do me a quick favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more explainers like this one. It makes a huge difference. All right, now for a key lesson. This is one of the most powerful concepts in the entire book. It's a strategy called middle-out transformation, and honestly, it completely reframes how you should think about your role in driving change. So what on earth is it? Well, instead of change being forced from the top down or kind of bubbling up randomly from the bottom up, this strategy puts you, the middle manager, right at the center. You become the engine of transformation. And why does that work so well? Because you're in this unique position where you understand the high-level goals from leadership and you know the on-the-ground reality of your team. You're perfectly placed to make change happen that's both strategic and practical. And the book puts it perfectly with this quote. The crucial point here is that you're not just supposed to be a passive recipient of change anymore. You are the most effective catalyst for it. We've all seen those top-down orders that feel completely out of touch, right? But when you champion an AI project, it's grounded in reality. You can translate that big vision into something your team can actually get behind and execute. So let's pull all these threads together. Embracing this new skill set and this middle-out strategy, it's not just about keeping your job safe. It's about making a much, much bigger impact for your team, for your company, and yeah, for your own career. And if you need a reason why this all matters so much, here it is in one number. 20%. The book cites research showing that companies that really go all in on AI see an average revenue increase of 20%. This isn't just a theory. Leading an AI transition delivers real, measurable dollars to the bottom line. It's how you go from being seen as a cost center to a profit driver. Look, we've really only scratched the surface today of what's inside middle managers' transition to AI. The book goes so much deeper, with exercises, case studies, and practical frameworks that can guide you every single step of the way. And we are definitely not done with this book. In our upcoming explainers, we're going to dive into these specific AI tools you can start using, explore more of the implementation strategies, and take a really close look at how you measure the return on investment. So you'll want to make sure you're subscribed for that. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. This whole journey from supervisor to strategist, it really does start with a single step. After everything we've talked about today, what's yours going to be? Thanks for tuning in.